cute over there. Brinkman, seriously, we got a lot of sports to talk about. Where are we going to start today?
I guess you didn't get the memo. Gibby's out of town this week. We're renaming it Moose and Brink's Egg Hour.
Egg hour, egg hour. Woohoo, woohoo. Oh, man.
Harvest is starting.
Live from the Justin Livestream Network studios, Scrib and Gib.
Speaking of, Brinkman, what does your shirt say?
It says SOAR Center, and it says New Richmond FFA. Compliments of their leader, Rachel Savla, and the rest of the FFA staff, or the rest of the FFA members. They presented this to me last year that I got to wear to my benefits. So a big, I don't know how to thank her enough. She's amazing at what she does, and I am proud to represent today.
So, what a fitting shirt for Egg Hour.
It is. And then look at yours over there. I know you're not on camera today, but the folks missing it. He literally has a tank top on. He is showing ripped over there, and it's got a big John Deere tractor coming across the front. I mean, it is like all decked out. Moose and Brinkman Egg Hour.
So glad you can't see my combine tattoo.
I know. I could see it. And then you got the... Is that a Droopy Cobb one right there?
Hey, we've reached full Droopy Cobb because I will tell you this. As you drive home from work now or drive home from here, you will see combines in the field going on corn. I know Schottler's started a little bit today. The moisture is a little bit high yet, but there's people out there doing beans, obviously. You see that nice haze in the night. It looks like Canada's on fire again. But, they're going after it hard with the beans right now, and people are getting started on corn. My favorite time of the year.
All right, let's
100%.
Let's hold the Egg Hour. I'm all for it. I sent the agenda today, and I did say Tiger Sports. We got to talk a little baseball just because the regular season has ended and we're already into the playoffs. But at the end of the day, we're going to finish with your guys' agriculture talk. And I know you looked at it. I think you might have saw it. Moose, you definitely saw it with that John Deere shirt on.
Yep.
That thing is like from 1940 maybe?
Yeah. My grandpa used to wear it, so.
That is a classic. But then we also got to talk about a little bit about, how about that? We wore the Mayville shirts last week, Mayville State, and got, we got a shout out again to Letty up there in Mayville. And then we hear that, the Strand family donates all kinds of money up there.
Well, there's a lot of Strands up in Mayville. I don't know if I should say they're not part of my family or they are over here.
I think they are. I think he's just, being coy about it, as they like to say. But at the end of the day, we do got to talk some Tiger sports. I think we're going to hit off. Let's just start a couple things here. One, let's start in volleyball, right? Volleyball had a big week last week. They had River Falls come rolling in. We were excited. Both teams were 3-0 in the conference. And, as Gibby said, and we kind of talked about it on air that night, Moose, I know you weren't on, but we had my sister Bridget on. It's just like, where do the Tigers stand against a team like that? And I think what was interesting, it was fun to watch. Right now, I'm going to say River Falls is good. They're really good, and they're fun to watch. Obviously, we know that they've been good for a lot of years. Like, I literally don't know the last time we beat them. But what I saw out of the game, and I don't know, were you there? No, you were doing soccer, but you were there, Moose.
Yeah. I was live streaming it. Trust me, I was watching. I was watching.
I felt like we competed, and I think, obviously at one point in the first set when it was 20-17 and we thought we might have got I don't know what you call it when the ball rolls from here all the way here and then you take it like that. It looks like a slam dunk, but apparently it's legal nowadays.
Yeah, things have changed in the last 20 years.
But we were competing. We were leading at that time 20-17. It could have been 21-17, and I'm with Gibby. I don't know if we would have won the entire match, but if we win that one set, hey, you got some momentum and things can happen.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. You end up maybe winning a set, or even if it's the first one out of the gate. I saw what you saw. We can compete, and the hard part is you lose the way we lost that first one, and it just spiraled out of control a little bit. Not bad,
but spiraling out of control. I like that's actually good. I think that's how it happened. We did spiral out of control, but we were still competitive.
Yeah,
and I think that is the key because in the years past against a team, because that is one of the best River Falls teams I've seen in a long time.
They have some good I think we all made mention too that just watching them, right? Their libero was digging stuff out of the ground that
The Ashlandnator was.
Ashlandnator had some shots.
Yes.
But all of a sudden the libero was right there and you're like, where'd she come from? Like she's so low to the ground and she's jumping over people. Like remember she's jumping over people to go get the ball and just making plays is what she was doing. So I don't remember her name, but hats off to her. That's the caliber, right? Like
yeah, that's what we got to get to.
Exactly. And you saw it right away. But I'm going to say this, tongue in cheek a little bit. You saw it right away that they're that I don't want to say next level, but they have that extra player or two.
Yeah,
right.
That's a good way to put it, Moose.
But they did miscue.
Yeah,
and we did not take advantage of that.
We didn't take advantage of it enough.
Instinct is where you got to take advantage of that
every opportunity, and we didn't do that. We took advantage of some,
just a few right away in that first one, and then 2 and 3 we did not, but they still had miscues, right? Which tells me like they're real. So when they had a number of that went into the net. Number of setting miscues. I don't know, probably half a dozen. Yeah, where they would set and
just not ideal, right?
They weren't. Their timing was off, or something was going on. It's like, and we didn't come back and score. So that's our part.
I think I'd stopped up at the gym about a half hour before the game. I had some stuff I had to drop off for a parent up there before I had headed down to soccer. And what I noticed watching the Richmond girls warm up is they were nervous. It was like they were, I said they were wound tighter than a $2 watch. I mean, they were tight. But, 3 years ago, River Falls would have been a 10. We'd have been a 2. Okay. If River Falls is a 10 this year, I think New Richmond's an 8. And our girls got to see what it's going to take to get to the next level. They certainly did not go out there and embarrass themselves last Thursday night. They gave them, 2.5 really good games. I mean, the third one got a little bit out of hand, I think. But hats off to everybody involved with New Richmond volleyball, because I think that our girls learned a lot playing a very good team last Thursday night.
Yeah. And our coach knows. Our coach knows what it takes to get there, I think.
Yeah, 100%.
As a player. And I think she's from, what town is she from again?
Clear Lake.
Clear Lake. Maybe coming from a smaller school. And maybe Juliana's like, that's the team. Like that's, last year I think it was the Hudsons. Now it's the River Falls this year. Hudson's still a good team.
Yeah, they're still a good team. So that's next week.
And I think, she knows, now we know now we know what we have to do. And I fully believe that she thinks in her mind, and she can. I'm going to get them there.
No, I would agree, and I think that was what I saw too. I think we're all aligned here that we saw a team compete. We saw a team that did not give up, and that was key. And I think that's the exciting thing, is because not only are they competing, when the score doesn't go the way they want it to go, they're not giving up, and I think that's the biggest thing. Yep. So it was fun to see. Now tonight, senior night, Somerset, Menominee on Thursday, Hudson next week. So I think there's some good things happening. That's where we're at. So it'll be fun to watch. I did get up to town. I watched just a little bit of the cross country, the home meet. I do not have all the winners, but I did know that Kendra Christensen did really well again. It was fun just watching different people up there running, seeing Jack Hughes run. He was in the top 10 or 15 boys when I saw him. It's just fun to watch. Tennis is down in Eau Claire today for the Big Rivers Conference for the girls. So the top 10 are down there. I think Lindsay Ritzer was, should be in that 3rd or 4th spot. So hopefully she knocked off a few of the top team and could end up more towards the top, hoping. And it's just that time of the year, right? It's hard to believe that cross country is coming to an end. Tennis is coming to an end. Golf is coming to an end. I know they were down at last Thursday. They were down in Troy Byrne for the conference, and talked to Alex Wold. She had a pretty good first 9, but the back 9 didn't go very well. She didn't want to tell her dad the score, but her dad was like, well, I can look it up. We'll just leave it at that. So, again, crazy to think that regionals for tennis is next week. It's crazy. But, yeah, we got 3 more weeks of football of just regular season. So
boys soccer last night, they had a makeup game with Menominee. They won 3-0. I'll tell you what, this soccer coach in New Richmond, this is a rebuild year, but you can see them getting just a little bit better every week. I could see them getting into the playoffs. I think now. So the way the Big Rivers does it in soccer is you play everybody once, and then you take the top 4 teams, and they play each other again. The bottom 4. I believe they're going to be in the bottom 4.
Okay, I was just going to ask that.
They should do quite well in that, and I think if they do well in that, I think that's going to give them some confidence to go into the WIAs, and they might win a game or two. I think they might surprise people. So you can definitely see them getting better each and every week.
Got some young players that have been in the playoffs before.
Yeah.
Right. So.
I mean, obviously, that you lost a good group of seniors. Again, we talked about it last. With the football and soccer, both lost a lot of seniors. Yeah. So it's one of those rebuilding years, and it's like you said, we don't normally say rebuilding for football. It's reloading. We'll have to just continue to see how Coach Blantner and that team, is it a true rebuild or is it just reloading? Right now, it looks like maybe it's in the mixture of that a little bit.
Yeah, I think that's safe to say.
But it's exciting to know that you call a lot of their games, and as the PA announcers, you can see them getting better. That's exciting.
Yeah, last night they didn't score their first goal until the 45th minute, I believe.
That's fun to watch.
So yeah, it was a back and forth. But I'll tell you what, that second half, New Richmond really took over. In fact, they scored 2 goals, one in the 71st minute, one in the 72nd minute. So I mean, they really wore down Menominee. So it was a fun night of soccer.
So for me, I would have wanted to watch between 70 and 73.
Exactly.
That's just me.
Check the score at 42.
Yep.
Watch for a few minutes. Be like, oh, we scored. We're up 1-0.
Then
go do a few things, throw your laundry in, come back at the 70 mark, and watch the last 10 minutes.
I know I used to go. I'd always go watch one game a year. I believe I try to get to every sporting event in town one time a year, at least one time a year. And over the years, I've done. I basically do it. So I remember I watched Gabbiani play a lot of soccer because of my relationship with her parents, right? And some of them it's just not as much fun as other sports, and that's just me. I know a lot of people love it, but I go to every sport. That's the one thing.
I'll give you credit. I think you do.
I mean, I remember. I'll never forget walking into the state tournament for hockey, and everybody's like,
What are you?
Yeah, literally. I'm like,
this is a hockey rink.
This is what I do. We follow sports, and my wife, my family, in general. I'm just a sports guy. I'm a sports junkie, man.
You really are.
With you. Unfortunately, this year I have not made a cross country meet due to my schedule, and I haven't made a girls golf.
Called work, huh?
Yeah, it's work.
It's weird though when you actually got a job that you got to attend to.
Right.
Unlike the guy.
Yeah,
he's not here.
Didn't make it, did he?
Yeah.
Shoot.
All right, kind of a recap there. Let's talk the big rematch between the Rice Lake Warriors and Richmond Tigers. The Tigers fall 23-26. It was a battle again. I'm convinced for as long as I remember, Rice Lake and Richmond is one hell of a game every year. It just seems like. And this was another great one. I don't know what to say. I mean, big up front they were. Obviously, we did not have Matthew Fowkes. We did get Whittick back. That's Whittick, ended the game with 22 carries, according to the stats, 170 yards and a touchdown. He did his part. But, yeah, Tigers fell some, is it mental errors again? Some more penalties. Not having Fowkes was a big one. The onside kicks kind of threw us, but just not, again, what we've said all year, just some of the discipline maybe, or just it's not a Reggie team yet, but we see growth.
Yeah.
I continue to see growth, and I go back to what we kind of ended it last week. We went out like we should. I expect them to maybe get a loss, maybe. But the Warriors are top seed, and we got to go up there in the second round. It's payback time.
I wouldn't be afraid to play them. I mean, as a fan, I'd love to see the game a second time because I think it's that close. We're talking about, New Richmond football this year. We have 2 losses, and by a combined 6 points. In those games, we've given up 2 onside kicks, which both happened to be this last week, and we've missed 4 field goals.
Yeah.
And we've lost by a combined 6 points. I'll tell you what, I wouldn't be afraid to, it's not going to happen, obviously, because of divisions, but as a fan, I would
Spit it
not
out,
be.
spit it out.
I would not be the least bit afraid to see either Hudson or Rice Lake again if you're in Richmond.
No, I totally agree. And like I said last week, I had some friends that even from Hudson that even said that they don't want to play in Richmond again. Now, River Falls, they did knock off Hudson last week. We'll get to that game, but that's a team that, depending on if they're rolling or not, I don't know about. But where they play in the Big Rivers race to the finish, brought to you by Cedar Lake, we'll have to kind of look too. But yeah, I just go back to the game. I mean, if we just, I'm with you, and I think we all walked out of the press box that night going, "Hey, we're going to see him again. We're probably going to see him up there, and we're fine with that." I just think we outplayed them in many facets of the game. We just said some facets we didn't, and they counted.
Yeah, they outplayed us a little bit too. About 50. Again, if we played them 10 times, I think we'd win over 5.
Yeah,
and you know what? I want to say this politely. Normally, if we can fix just a few of those miscues, I think penalty-wise, just a little bit more than we're used to seeing. Like you said, a Reggie team, we saw a lot more than we uncharacteristic the week before.
Yeah,
right?
against River Falls is a ton.
Yeah, and we're still ahead 7-6 at halftime. Like, how did we all look at each other at the booth? Like, how is this happening, right? And then we couldn't overcome some of that, and then even the onside kicks. But again, we had in the 2 losses. How many field goals have we missed?
4.
4 field goals and a combined loss by 6. Yep. Right. So let's just sit back and think about that, and I think we're good.
Yeah.
It's hard. It's hard not to get defeated a little bit. But the same token, we have a really good team.
100%. I think part of it, it's fun though, right?
It's fun watching our coaching staff bring these guys back next week.
Yes.
And let's roll, boys.
Yeah, but it's also like you said, let's not get defeated. We're fine. We lost 2 games by 6. Well, you go back to, we've lost 2 games this year. We lost 3 games in the last 2 years. So this is right there. We just got to go do what we do now, right? Win the next 3. All winnable games, right? You got Menominee this week. We got to take care of business there. Go to Rapids, long road trip. Another one, got to take care of business. Ended at home against Superior, take care of business. Now you're rolling into the playoffs feeling really good, right? Fix the penalties. Fix just a couple things defensively, special teams, and then you just let the playoff run happen. And I think that's what you're going to see. We've seen it every year. Let's just be honest. This is a Reggie Larson team. His teams always are rolling at the playoff time. I don't expect any difference. But you also got to go back. This is a young team. We've talked about it. You're not only replacing 8 seniors and 1 junior due to Byer on defense, but you're replacing them with juniors and then seniors, right? So you're replacing them with some youth. And yes, it's 6 games in. You'd like to sit here, look in the camera and say, hey, they've already progressed to where we need them to be. It's go time. But hey, it's a learning curve. They move some people around. And then you got injuries. That's part of the football game. And I think we're going to be fine. It's going to be fun to watch. I think you hit it. It's going to be fun to watch. Mm-hmm. Same with you.
Absolutely.
So, yeah. Again, they lost. The vital system stat of the week is Whittick coming off a game and a half. He missed 22 carries, 170 yards, and a TD. He looked good.
And they didn't even use him the whole time.
No.
Probably, 3/4?
Yeah, I mean,
maybe a little bit more.
I don't know if he was truly on a snap count. I'd kind of heard rumblings of that. But it makes sense.
Brant and Gunter got in.
Yeah.
So you knew he was limited a hair, especially with a hamstring. You want to make sure that's good coming back.
Yeah.
And it looked decent.
Yeah. Yeah, he ran hard a few times. So, and mulled a few people over. So, defensively, Jackson Schroeder got in there with 9.5 tackles. Since he's been moved, kind of that Unger role. Unger's been moved to the Mike, I think they call it, and that's been working. So, again, defense is coming. I'm excited. But I think we just got to take care of business. And I mean take care of business. I want to say take care of business. It's time to get after. Let's put some zeros up there. Let's get some blowouts. Let's get rolling.
Let's get our offense moving. Get our offense some points.
All facets. I want to see a little bit more through the air. And I would imagine Reggie does too.
Well, I think everybody, Comro had a nice touchdown catch the other night. He
was open?
He was open, believe it or not. He was open. So, and I think that the kids, and I'm sure the coaching staff is going to say this to the kids, but, no matter what you do the next 3 weeks, it's not going to erase those 2 losses.
No.
So let's just move forward. And I tell you what, sign me up if we get to watch New Richmond and Rice Lake play again.
Yeah, I'm with you.
I
and we'll be there.
We'll be there, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't know about you.
I might be.
We don't know about Gibby.
All right, quick just roundup of the Cedar Lake race to the finish for the Big Rivers. Right now, it's they're alone at top. Rice Lake's up there alone right now, undefeated. But last week we had Oakland Memorial Menominee. Menominee won 42-7. Obviously our loss 26-23. Superior Falls a chip 35-0, and then the Hudson River Falls smoked them 44-21.
Yeah, they came
Crazy.
on late. They did.
I did want to call it because we had kind of called out and we had talked a little bit about the middle border. I did go up on Saturday and watch Amory play.
Oh yeah, the Saturday game.
It was fun to watch Lindsay's cousin play. It is what it is. They ended up losing to Altoona. Altoona ran all of them. They kind of play a triple wing offense, kind of like Rice Lake. So it's kind of funny just seeing that. It's like Reggie defends that a little bit differently. Does a pretty dang good job of it. So, but I think obviously the team to beat there is still Baldwin. They rolled Ellsworth 48-40.
48-8.
Sorry,
wasn't it?
yeah,
8,
yeah. And then Osceola beat St. Croix Central, so 28-0. So I'm telling you, we kind of forgot about Osceola when we did the preview, and
Well, we didn't.
Gibby did. Gibby did.
Yeah,
Gibby did,
I'm pretty sure I was like,
Yeah.
wait a second. I think we're
That
missing
game.
a team.
That game was at Central too.
Yeah.
What was the score? Sorry to hear.
28-0.
Whoa. Yeah, Central hasn't had a real great year though, have they?
No, that's what I mean.
That's unfortunate.
And then Prescott beat Somerset. So what do you got for the Dunn St. Croix? Because we had an exciting game there.
Well, actually, at NBC, what could be a good game this week is Baldwin at Altoona.
Yeah.
That one, quite frankly, could be a very good game. In the Dunn St. Croix, number 4 ranked in Division 7, Boyceville, 54, Unity 6. Boyceville has played only 5 games. They've played one less than everybody else due to a forfeit earlier this season, but Boyceville's outscored their opponents now 145-12. They gave up 14, because they gave up 8 points to Glenwood City and they gave up 6 points to Unity. Clear Lake gets a 27-12 win over Colfax.
Wow.
Spring Valley with a 29-14 win over Elmwood Plum City. In a real defensive battle, Glenwood City 7, Turtle Lake 6. Looking forward to this week in the Dunn St. Croix. There's really, well, I mean, you got the Battle of the Lakes. I don't know what you guys call it up there. Clear Lake at Turtle Lake.
It's the one I talked to Brody's dad, Keith. He's like, we're probably a better team, but it's a small town. It's a small conference. It's everybody plays each other
close.
tough. Yeah. So it's one that
Not
he's
everybody.
like,
Half people are close.
yeah, you still gotta show up and play.
Battle of the Lakes.
And then,
battle for second place.
But the game of it should be the game of the conference, I would think, this year. But Boyceville is at Spring Valley on Friday night, so that should be an interesting one.
That'll be a good one.
Quickly, I'd just like to circle back to the Middle Border Conference.
Nope.
Can I square back? Yes, I can circle back. One interesting thing. Ellsworth's big tight end, number 18, George Roll. He had committed to North Dakota. He is the number 1 ranked tight end prospect in the state of Wisconsin. He backed out of that commitment on Sunday. Today, he committed to the University of Minnesota, so that's kind of disappointing. So,
PJ.
Roll is going to.
Don't roll your eyes. Like between the borders, he's the better coach between you right now.
But you also talk about it, on Twitter or whatever. You did see Austin Whittick got offer from North Dakota State.
Yes.
Nice.
So,
and he's going somewhere this weekend too to visit. I thought I heard.
I haven't heard. I don't know, but hey, it's starting to come in. I mean, junior North Dakota State, we'll take it. I mean, things are getting real. I mean, that's kind of the exciting thing, right? And we've said it all year. I mean, he's still averaging over 10 yards a carry. He's
got another. The thing about it is
got another year, summer,
another
summer in Reggie's program.
Thank you. I was gonna say he's got another 10 pounds to put on. I bet.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously they all lose during the season, but what is his weight? 180.
I thought it was 180 something.
I mean, that's a big boy. How tall is he?
He's about 6 feet.
Oh, he is 6 foot.
Yep.
So 6 foot 180. I mean, you got to realize. Can you imagine his speed? And he won't lose speed, but putting on another 10 pounds.
Yeah.
190.
I mean, we see it in some of the games, right? I mean, he's laying people out. He's chipping somebody, kind of coming out of the backfield. He doesn't really get slowed down, and then he turns a corner and turns on the Jets, I feel like.
See ya.
Well, and we talk about in Richmond being running back U or running back high, whatever you want to call it. We might be watching the best one yet.
We've said it for a while. I mean, I've said that, like, I think he could easily be one of the best ones we've seen. And part of it, like, he probably could have ran more last year, but you had Joe Hepner. I mean, what do you do, right?
Who went to
lacrosse. So
yeah.
It's crazy to think he could be one of the best. And then you got some of these younger kids coming up that are pretty gosh darn good too. So it's crazy. But it's reloading, right? It's what they do during the summer, the weights. It's all the buy-in. It's awesome. All right, so the big game this week will be down in Menominee. We'll be there, so check it out. But hey, we said it. We gotta give some opportunities to the Moose in Brinkman. So hey, we got On the Brink with Brinkman, brought to you by JLS Insurance, a little agriculture talk. I'm going to turn my mic off, and I'm going to listen, guys.
You might want to take a nap.
Wait, he's going to turn his mic off?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Promise? Can we get that in writing?
We're gonna definitely,
I'll ask questions.
We're going to definitely put that one in the sound bank. I'm going to turn my mic off? Yes.
Wow.
We're not going to talk about the Badgers?
Nope.
We're not going to talk about...
Well, the only thing I wanted, I guess I did want to talk about the Brewers. That's right. Brewers did end up with the regular season best record in the major leagues.
Nice.
So that's kind of exciting to watch. We'll see how they do. They got a ton of people hurt.
Nice.
Which
part of the game, just like you said in
it's all pitching though, right? We get Yelich healthy to the playoffs, but now we've lost some pitchers. But it's going to be fun, right? Unfortunately, the Twins didn't make the playoffs.
What?
No, they didn't.
Shocker.
I thought they were close.
70 and 92.
And then they fire their coach because he sucks. And I'm like,
unbelievable.
Did you see what you did to him halfway through the season?
But
wow.
What about when you consider that the Twins extended him through next season back at the beginning of July? So now, as a Twins fan, I think I sent it all to you guys. You just know next year if the Twins some miraculous way are close to a wild card or something next year for the playoffs, come trade deadline, we don't have any money to go get another bat because we're still paying Rocco from last year. It's just horrible. But what's exciting for me at the Brewers is I think that an NL divisional series of the Brewers at home against the Cubs, I think that would be a blast. The Cubs did win today 3-1 over the Padres, so
that's going to be if that's the series, that's going to be a heck of a series.
That would be a lot of fun to watch.
Greg, old manager against Pat Murphy.
Yeah.
So that's the one thing I want to talk. But let's give it, guys. What's going on in the agriculture world specifically? You talked about at the top of the podcast. A little bit of harvest season kicking in, guys.
It is, absolutely.
Yeah, beans are getting taken off, kind of slowly getting started. Depends on what kind of variety you have that they're drying down.
I've noticed it.
Beans
you talked about just in the air. You can see it.
Vehicles
dirty.
Vehicles are just, there's dust in the air. If you're like, I am pretty allergic to soybean dust. So first couple days of harvest when people are going, I feel it. So it's...
Does it kind of blow up your nose? Your face?
No, I actually kind of, it's almost like if you're an idiot.
Children. I'm stuck on this side of the camera with children, I swear.
I'm stuck on this side of the camera with, yes.
Anyway,
great
continue.
Anyway, no, it's almost like it gets in and just like I have an infection. Like I'll get a temperature if I'm in the combine or something with some guys, like if I get it in like in my lungs or something.
Do you take honey?
Yes, I drink it. No, I eat a lot of honey.
So I have been. I a week ago started the.
Yeah, you were looking for
the tablespoon of honey each morning. I just put it on a spoon and eat it, but that's a little different than I think I'd like to do it. But I will tell you this:
just a teaspoon of honey helps the allergies go away.
Yeah,
allergies
by
go away.
Thursday I was actually feeling better. I mean, and I don't know if it's psychological or what, but I will give that up.
My honey works for that too.
Well, I was just wondering about your first comment.
Wow.
Well, he's in the combine.
Tough crowd. But
have you ever ridden in a combine before?
Not a new one.
Well, you are gonna this year.
Yeah, we should get them out.
Yeah,
and we'll do like a little.
I mean, I know they're crazy compared to what it used to be like back in the 30s. 30 years ago, I mean, sorry. Back in the 30s.
Yeah.
But 30 years ago, I mean.
We're impressed that you know what one is.
Yeah. Well, come on.
Well, you never. Gibby's questionable.
Well, correct.
So we put you
farmed a lot when I was
We put
younger.
you two on the same plane.
Yeah, don't put me in the same plane as that clown.
It's we got to get you guys out in a combine. I'll take you out to the farm and we'll go out and do some disking.
I've done that before.
We'll turn some corn side. You haven't done it with a 780 horse tractor with a 32 foot. They call it a Wishick plow disc, because where a regular disc has 24-inch blades, this has 32-inch blades on it, and it's designed to do deep tillage. So primary tillage for
deep.
people. Yeah, it goes deep.
Huh.
It goes deep.
Weird.
Really tears stuff up. So, yeah, exactly. So, anyways, we'll have to get you guys out there this year, and you'll have to experience it, because it is. I tell people that the tractor I drive burns 35 gallons of diesel fuel an hour.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Wow.
So it's got a 300.
Combines are up there too, so you got to realize when they're going, they're burning that much. Take that times 3.5.
Yeah, I know. And I mean, at the end of the day, I know Kip, works for CHS, so that's what they do.
Oh
his
yeah, that's
group.
what he does. Yeah.
Yeah, so they're out. It's getting ready for busy season for everybody. What about the corn? So are we getting close to corn? Because you said the soybeans. I did see some fields of corn that was chopped.
Yep. Chopping should be finishing up here soon. It's getting too dry for that. You might get some guys taking some snap, which they run a corn head on their chopper to crush the kernel, and then they put that in a pile.
To use it as feed, because it digests better through the animals.
Helps it.
So,
Yep.
I do know that last Friday, I know a farmer that went out and did the first field they planted this year, they just planted some 92-day corn.
Yeah.
Because they just,
get their dryer going, get your combine shined up a little bit.
But they were at like 20% moisture. But I know
What
today.
do you want it at?
You want it under 15 to put
14 is
14. You want to dry
14.
it down to, but you start talking, at 7-8 cents a bushel to drop it 1% of moisture. All of a sudden, that gets quite expensive to.
When these guys are
to
looking
dry
at
it down.
$3 some corn.
Yeah, it's horrible.
With the low prices, let's put it in this perspective. With the low prices, I don't think anybody's in a real big hurry to drop it 5 points and spend 50 cents or 35 cents or whatever you contracted your propane for or natural gas for.
Because basically at $3, they can't make money, right?
No.
What is it like $350? I'm gonna say $350. I could look it up, but it's probably
$377. I think I saw.
So they're not making money.
Yeah.
Anything sub 4, nobody's making any money.
I know on the farm I worked on, they went out and they combined 4 semi-loads today just to fill the get the wet bin going and check out everything, and samples were all coming in. It's a 104-day corn. Samples were coming in anywhere from 26 to 31. So
you'll see guys, I think this year especially, and I thought of this just driving around visiting some clients. You'll see some guys waiting.
Yeah.
It'll just maybe a week or two longer, depending on how long we get a frost. If hopefully it's dried down far enough, but it seems like once you get a frost, it tends to drop a little bit faster. Kind of evens out the field. Sometimes you get a spot that could be 30, and you go down the field a quarter mile, and it's 21.
So you could see people waiting. Do you think you'll see people leave the corn standing?
Not around here.
No. You hear that sometimes, right?
No, yeah, definitely. My dad is actually that way. Sometimes he doesn't, because up in North Dakota, but like he's just a small guy and he doesn't always have a dryer, so he doesn't like firing it up. So sometimes he hauls the elevator. Sometimes he'll just wait till it's 15 and put it in the bin up there.
But nobody just leaving it for the deer, as they like.
Oh no! But
I mean, some people just leave it sometimes.
No, that's your food plot guys.
Food plot guys, yeah.
Well, no, but I mean, you hear some farmers sometimes. There's like, it's not even worth it.
One thing
depends if like around the outsides and stuff.
So that if this week it's going to be in the mid 80s, you can actually the corn will dry down 1%, maybe 1.5% a day, even when it's that warm out. Now on Sunday they're talking rain, and Monday a high of 65. So that's when it all starts to go south. So it'll be interesting.
Yeah, if you start getting a rainy spell, and beans are same thing. Beans you want to sit around 13 give or take. Beans are one of those that they dry down to about 8 or 9% real quick. You can start the day at 13, 14, get going, and all of a sudden, if it's a hot day with wind and you're combining 9-10% beans on the moisture side, and not only are they, you got to realize that you're losing money doing that as well. It's really hard because moisture is weight. and you get paid off a weight.
In beans, unlike corn,
Oh, really?
the beans will actually suck in moisture at night on heavy dew nights. They will, where corn won't. The moisture content of corn won't go up, but it does on beans. So
that's why so if you see guys combining when it's wet or even just a little bit rainy, they'll combine corn because you can keep going. Beans, you cannot.
Right.
And beans, you're sliding across the ground. So if it starts getting tacky or mud, you're just pushing mud. And where I grew up, everybody, soil around here, if you think you've seen black soil, the soil I grew up with was about as black as Darth Vader's cape. And, yep, right back there.
As dark as Scrib's soul.
Oh, no, he's a good guy.
Dun, dun, dun.
And I always say it's so clay-based. There's blue clay underneath. So if you spin your tires in a tractor and you see blue clay, that's a bad sign.
You're done.
And you go, and when you're walking out, you keep the receiver hitch on the back of your pickup so you can scrape your shoes off.
Interesting.
You walk in with the size 12 and you walk out with the size 15 or 18 or 22.
So how much black dirt do you have until you hit the clay?
Oh, yeah, like probably, depending where you're at, but that's all black dirt, like 2 feet.
Oh, really? Okay.
Oh, it's
So
beautiful. It's beautiful, yeah. 1 foot,
Nice
2
land.
feet. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
okay.
just Red River Valley.
Yeah.
Sure. Do they grow a lot of sugar beets up
Sugar
there where
beets
you're
are
at?
predominant. Yep, up and down the valley. Huge.
See, this is why
So all your Hershey sugar,
coming from North Dakota.
a lot of it comes from sugar beets.
Yeah.
Yep, they got big contracts with them and kind of all over.
It's kind of interesting. That's just one thing you don't hear about a lot. But out there, it's all over. Sugar beets.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Especially up there in the Red River Valley. I mean, it's
Yeah, they got plants up and down so like Crystal Sugar has, I think, 3, 4 plants up and down. And there's one in Wapton where my parents live. Yep, that's, that'd be a Mindeck. It's a different cooperative, but you have to own shares to be able to plant sugar beets because you can't just haul them in to an elevator or anything.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
So you have to own shares, or then if you owned them and you were retired, then you would rent them to me. So then I would rent your shares. So not only are they paying land rent, they're paying sugar beet share rent.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's just,
and the sugar beets are stored outside over the winter because
big old piles. They want them to freeze.
But now 2 years ago, or was it 3 years ago when it got so warm
They
up
had
there?
a little issue. Yeah, they were having to move them out as fast. They send. There's a company that goes. They haul them out with these big trailers and they side dump them. Actually, the whole truck tips over and they tips them on like a 45 or whatever, and they dump them off. But they'll go through and they split the piles so they freeze. So they're smaller piles, and then but when it gets too warm or it doesn't freeze like it normally should, the beets will start warming up and then they start rotting. And if that's the case, then that's bad news.
Yeah.
And
man.
the share owners were actually having to go back in there and take them back to farms and just spread them on the
Yeah,
fields.
then you're just spreading them on the field.
Yeah, and using them as manure basically because
And
they
it's
were
horrible.
worthless.
Because they're hard. That's a really big pain in the rear end. And then 6-7 years ago, it got so wet, and then it got cold because they're in the ground, right? So you got to pop them up. They got so wet and so cold that then when the sugar beets freeze, they become rubbery and they're no good. You can't put those in a pile either. So that was a bad year in the River Valley because there was a lot of guys that left probably 20 to 40% of their crop in the field.
Oof.
Oh, wow.
Thank you for letting us do this.
Hey, this is
But this is fun for me because this is what I grew up with.
Yeah.
But it's like you said, it's sugar. Sugar beets they're one of their biggest contracts is Hershey.
Wow.
Yeah. While we're on this topic, I just want to tell people, I get it. You're in a hurry. Your kid's late for soccer practice, or you've had a long day. You just want to get home. Don't be passing farm equipment unsafely. Listen, if you got a solid line, you can't pass them.
It's illegal. You can get picked up for that.
And I'll tell you this, because I've been through this before. I've had it where I sat in a tractor for 18 hours trying to get done before bad weather came or something like this. You might be tired and want to get home. Chances are the guy sitting in that piece of equipment is just as tired because they've been doing this, 12, 18 hours a day for 3-4 weeks. I wouldn't be risking your life just to try to get home 10 seconds.
That's your
earlier.
public safety event brought to you by the one and only Andy Brinkman.
I believe it's if you follow a tractor doing 20 miles an hour for a quarter of a mile, it's no different than sitting in a stoplight.
Yeah, I believe it.
Or going through
Again,
town or whatever it is.
Another public safety event brought to you by Moose.
Well, and another thing we're going to have to do is we're going to get you into a semi this fall and let you haul a couple loads of corn from the field.
I'd love to watch him drive a semi down the field.
Well, but here's Moose. But Moose, it's not like that anymore. These
I know,
semis
he
that
would just hit the button.
the farm I work at now, it literally is no different than driving your Ford F-150 pickup. I mean, it is no different. They have, four-wheel disc brakes. They have automatic transmissions. It's
disc brakes. They still have drum brakes, don't they?
yeah. I mean, but now they have disc brakes and they're like a $20,000 option.
Wow.
Believe it or not, but they have them. The automatic transmissions now are seamless. I mean, they're like driving your F-150 around.
Or your 1500 Chevy.
Or your 1500 Chevy.
All right, guys. That's it. I said an hour. We negotiated down to 15, 20 minutes of egg talk.
That
brought
was
to you
quite
by
a bit. That was
JLS
one of our
Insurance.
biggest ones yet.
Yeah, it was
Andy.
fun. It was fun. It really was. I'm not kidding. I mean, yeah, I might go ram my head against a wall tonight, but no, just kidding. I do like talk because, I grew up north of Highway 8, did a lot of farming back in the day, hobby farm, but it was fun. And I worked
Andy.
at a lot of farms.
Oh, did you?
Oh, yeah.
Hey, throwing hay bales?
Yeah, throwing my fair share. You wouldn't notice, but I got pretty dang good
Could you
at
pick up a hay bale
it. Oh, yeah.
back in the day?
Yes, long story there.
And hey, to quote his sister, because I said something about him being a little scrawny at the volleyball game, and she's like, should have seen him back in high school.
I was ripped.
No, she's like, she held up her hand. She's like, she is tiny. And he's like, she's making a little circle.
Back to your sister. Does she coach volleyball now? What does she do?
She works at a business.
Very well spoken, very
No.
intelligent. I was surprised they were
She
even
knew her
related.
volleyball.
I didn't know that it was his sister until right now, to be honest with you. I was like, wow. They
She
really
was-
classed up the volleyball broadcast this year, and she
was
very
a
good.
very good player. And then she went on to played a year or so of college, and then she coached at Glenwood City, head coach for quite a few years, and then coached a lot of clubs with her daughters and stuff.
Sure, cool.
Pretty heavily involved.
It's fun to listen to her. It was
Yeah, she knows her stuff.
very similar to, I thought, of when we had Jen Hagman.
Yep.
Jen was great on the podcast. We really miss her on there. Or on the call.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she did
Yeah,
a great
she was
job.
very smart and just knowledgeable.
If only we could get that in the press box for football on Friday
Yeah.
night.
Yeah.
Knowledgeable, I know.
Yeah.
Hey, I'll be there.
Is Gibby going to be there this Friday?
He said he wanted to get it smart and classed up, so apparently not. Rumor on the street is he's going to come flying right in. 'Cause I thought you said
that one, I believe it.
You said the Justin Livestream jet was going to pick him up. Did you schedule that?
No, totally forgot on that. Just
Yeah, I think he'll be there. Is what we just talked about it, so we'll see.
Okay.
But hey, check it out, Menominee Tiger football down in Menominee this week. It'll be a big one. It'll be fun to watch. Hey, here though, I'm Scrib,
I'm Brink.
and we got Moose on the loose.